Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back to Behind the Business. Today we are going to be chatting to Tasnim Jadwat. You all know her as a MasterChef contestant, but I know Tasnim as Chalukawa, the lady with the many accents, and Fems and I know her for Ertugrul accents. So we're just waiting for Tasneem to join us, and then we are going to be chatting to her with regards to her new adventure. Tasneem is inshallah starting off her own Chalo, let's cook. I sent Tasneem. There we go. That was quick.
That was very quick. We're getting used to these time limits, where you be there on that time. And yeah, not a very Indian thing or specific to Indian culture because we're always late for everything. But we're on time, we're on time, alhamdulillah.
We are on time, alhamdulillah. So, Tasneem, I was just telling my viewers, obviously, everybody now knows you as the MasterChef contestant. But I know you as Chalukawa, the lady with multiple accents. And Fems and I know you as the Ertugrul accent. Do you remember that one?
Tamam mı? Merhaba Razina. Razina Hanım. Nasılsınız? Teşekkürler.
And how
I
Fems
started learning
say
Turkish.
Ertugrul, and we were even Googling how to say
Ertugrul Bey. Yes. Yeah.
So long before MasterChef even started for you, Tasneem, you were doing your own little thing on Instagram called Chalukawa.
Yes.
Let's take our viewers all the way back. How did Chalukawa start?
So Chalukawa started when my second daughter Noah was born. I was at home for my confinement period, and my mother used to cook for me, etc. But I was a bit more, I think it was the second C-section, so I was a bit more stronger and more prepared for the Caesar and that, and I was very bored just sitting there at home and eating. So I wanted to cook, and at the time Snapchat was out. So I think it was, what was her name from Vereniging Roshni? Nadira Chenya.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, she used to do all the different voices and accents. And so I used to watch it and I found it so amusing. I was like, this is like a creative outlet. Let me use all those filters and let me have some fun. And then I posted a chocolate fondant recipe because I was bored. And yeah, and then it just slowly grew. And then I was like, let me do more cooking videos. Let me talk in accents. Let me trouble my mother while she's cooking, my auntie. And it carried on growing. And then one day, I always tried to raise awareness on Iman's condition. And one day I was like, let me try something. And I noticed that people really listened because they were learning about food, but they were also really listening. And they all seemed to, I used to always include Iman in the videos. A lot of the times I used to try to get her involved, get her to crush my biscuits, get her to do something, or she'd give me the idea. She's very, very creative with ideas. So yeah, that's how I think Chalukawa began. And then we moved over to Instagram, and I think, it was much later. My Instagram started much later.
Yeah. Quickly, before we move away from Iman, for the listeners who don't know about Iman, let's just give 5 minutes to Iman quickly, now that we brought her up.
Sure. So Iman is my daughter, my miracle child. She was born with a very rare disease. She's missing a gene. She was given 3 months to live, and she's now 13, alhamdulillah. She was given 3 months when she was 9 months of age. So this was a long time ago. There were no treatments at the time. There was nothing. We were told there's nothing you can do. Take her, love her, leave her, whatever, That was it. That was like her life written for her by the doctors. And we obviously learned so much about her condition, managed to treat her at home, look after her. And she's this genius child that just loves life to the fullest.
The condition and a little bit of background about it for those who don't know.
So SMA is a very rare disease. It happens to 1 in 10,000 kids worldwide. It used to be the leading cause of infant death. It was the number one genetic disease that took away kids' lives. But alhamdulillah, she's managed to live through that and be strong, and she's genuinely a miracle. And she features on Chalukawa. So with her condition is such that her muscle tone is very low. She's very weak. So she uses a wheelchair to move around. And with time, her condition gets worse. So we try our best to do whatever we can. But alhamdulillah, she's, she wasn't supposed to reach her second birthday. That's what they tell you. They don't go past the age of 2. And as I said, she's 13, living life to the fullest, doing whatever she wants to do. She sells cake mix, which you tried a cake mix with Fems. She made
Yes.
5,000 in rent. She donated all of that money to Rare Diseases South Africa. So she's quite a force on her own. So
Mashallah.
she draws.
So
She's
she,
highly intelligent. She's homeschooled. She's
alhamdulillah.
learning Italian. She doesn't understand why I'm learning Turkish. She's learning Italian. She wants to marry an Italian one day, an Italian chef, to be quite specific, because there'll be lots of Nutella. So yeah,
Pasta.
Iman has her
I don't know
own,
if they like
her own
Nutella.
story. Oh,
We'll have to just warn her about that one.
no, Italian members, now I'm worried.
So then obviously Iman played a big role as to why you kept going and kept doing what you were doing.
Yes.
Okay, so we spoke a little bit about how you started, and then what actually really made Chalukawa's ball roll. Was it the soji? Do you think it was the soji?
Yeah, I think it was definitely the soji. So Iman loves Nutella, and the one day she was like, "Why don't you make a Nutella soji?" So I was like, "Why?" And then we did that, and we started doing things differently, and that all went together with her whole story, where she's so different, and yet it
Yeah.
can be embraced and loved, and you don't have to fit the norm or make a specific dish according to the recipe. Just break the rules a bit, and you have something remarkable at the end of the day. So alhamdulillah, it was definitely the sojis, and then I just started pumping them one after the other. And and Iman was always the inspiration behind the sojis as well.
Behind
Always
it all.
say, why don't you use this, or why don't you try that, or and
Nutella her favorite still till today.
what's that? Sorry.
Is Nutella soji still the favorite, or has she found a new?
Nutella, yeah, she likes the Nutella. She likes the peppermint crisp one. She's
Okay.
got quite a few favorites now. So yeah, she likes the lotus biscuit one as well. Yeah.
Me too. I'm a lotus fan in mine.
Okay.
So this name, obviously, we saw you win. What was then the what was it? The Irtika's cook-off as well. That was your first entry into it?
Yes. So that was the first competition I entered was the baking tani competition. I don't know if you guys remember Nanima. Ask Nanima on Facebook. She used to be quite popular. I don't know. Yeah, she's still there. And I saw she posted when I entered MasterChef and I was announced. She posted that I won the baking tani. So at that time, I did not think that I had any skills for the kitchen, and I just entered because I was bored. And I ended up winning, like making a French brioche bread, and I was like, oh my god, I can do French brioche. It's not just the accent, I can actually make French food. And yeah, that was actually the start of where I got confidence to enter competitions. And then Irtika happened, and I remember I was very excited about this. Here's an opportunity to talk about Iman. And what I loved about Irtika and Nadia in particular is that her aim wasn't about promoting fame or about promoting like a certain person or winning the money for yourself. The money was donated to a charity of your choice. So the message behind really struck to me. It really hit a chord. So I was like, let's do it for rare diseases. So it wasn't, for myself or whatever. And alhamdulillah, we ended up winning it. I mean, I remember my mom, she's late now, but she was nagging everybody, please vote for Tasnim, please vote, she needs the votes. And it got the whole family involved, and it was such a beautiful experience. And we ended up winning. Iman was excited, it was such a wonderful, and it happened just before Rare Disease Day. So it was such a nice way to celebrate.
Perfect. I think it was how Allah planned everything for that.
Alhamdulillah.
So competition started becoming a part of your life.
Yeah, I actually said, maybe I can do this, actually have fun doing these things. Yeah.
And how did the idea of hosting, when did that come into it?
So last year I lost about 8 people, including my brother, my mother, my mother-in-law. So it was a very difficult time in my life, like how we had our Prophet ﷺ's year of grief, or those 2 years of grief. It felt like that because we lost so many. We lost 8, and my mother was my biggest pillar with Iman. My brother was so close. And MasterChef, it always was something I said when they come back to South Africa, when they return to season, I'm definitely going to enter. And not thinking I'll get accepted or whatever. And then I filled in the application 3 times. Eventually, I submitted it. And when they said I must come for the auditions, I was like, oh my God, okay, yay,
Yeah.
And I didn't think I was like, okay, I'm going, whatever happens. And I actually really, really enjoyed it. And I made top 12, alhamdulillah. It was such a good experience. And I realized I want to offer something like this to our people, to our community. you know,
I know.
where
I know. The
came
last
home.
time we spoke, Tess, you spoke of how accommodating MasterChef was
Yeah,
to respect the halal haram aspects, the alcohol,
definitely,
um,
definitely. Yes,
removing and all of that. So I definitely think that was maybe a pull to actually doing what you've been wanting to do for so long.
that's it. That's it. So life happens, you know, you
To
have
say
your dreams.
it's possible, and
Yeah,
I can do this.
you have your dreams in life, and then along the way challenges happen, life happens, and you don't really think, you know, it will come back to you, but or in the form of cooking. Like, I have a media
Yes.
background, so I always wanted like a show or be on TV, be on the radio. I used to be on radio, used to be on TV in certain times, but you know, you don't think it'll happen. Like, I'd never in my wildest dreams, if you told me as a
Especially,
16-year-old that thing,
after you have
cooking.
kids, you
Yeah,
you you pack it away for a while.
that's it,
Go
that's
for
it.
it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but
let's talk about this dream that's now becoming a reality. Let's talk more about Chalo, Let's Cook. Chalo, Let's Cook is your new adventure, right?
yeah,
It's definitely something you've always wanted to do, and then MasterChef reignited it for you.
definitely.
Tell us more about Chalo, Let's Cook.
So MasterChef gave me that final push to, like, you know, say let's do this. And then obviously, like, Fazana and her husband have been instrumental. The Al Khair venue, offering us the venue, getting involved with contacting sponsors. And we decided, you know, instead of doing just a normal average cooking show where you're just showing people how to make something, let's get people involved. Let's let them cook. Let's do a cook-off on another level, basically. Let's
Yeah.
produce something that's so good that, you know, everybody will want to be a part of it. Not just our talent in our community, but our companies, our Muslim owned companies, which we can support and promote and give them that
Mm-hmm.
platform to do it. You know, it's a win-win for
Inshallah.
everybody, for our
Inshallah.
judges. I mean, we can touch on that, where we have such a phenomenal range, variety of judges. We've got
How
Nasreen
did
Chanda.
how did you choose your judges? What made you think of those judges? Let's talk about the judges.
So for example, Nasreen Chanda, she was a finalist in the Great South African Bake Off. You know, she's well known. She's very, I mean, she was a judge on Irtika. So yeah, I think that automatically was. And, you know, she's so well spoken. I mean, you have to be able to do media as well. You can't just, you know, you have to fit the profile, basically. And then we've
Mm-hmm.
got Zakia Manju. She's on YouTube. She gets like over 400,000 views in total, I think. And she really knows the whole YouTube game. She's a good friend of mine. She's very down to earth, very accommodating. You know, I wanted people that had that same vision. So I think that's
Okay.
where all the judges came in. And I didn't want to just make it like 3 judges or 4 judges. Give a
Yeah.
variety. Give a variety. Show
So
our
how
judges
will the
how much
judging work?
talent.
Some judges will feature for certain episodes or
That's it. That's it. And even
okay.
sponsors. I mean, for sponsors, this is a great opportunity for companies to get their brand out there. We even
Is the
invite
is the
sponsors to
sponsorship
send out
open
judges.
still or is it closed at the moment?
The sponsorship. Sorry?
Yes.
Yeah, sponsorship is
Oh,
open. Sponsorship is open, definitely. We're looking for more sponsors, and it's not just for our benefit. You know, for us, it's not about a profit-making thing. It's about getting the show off
we've
to
got
a
a
great
quick
start.
question here from
Yes.
Sulika Hassam. She says, a quick question. Why so many judges? Won't the contestants be more nervous given they have to please so many palates? So,
Okay.
Zuleika, I
Yeah.
think we did touch on that about a few judges will be
Sure.
featuring,
Yes.
but you can
Yeah.
elaborate more.
So what I notice generally from cooking competitions and my experience in there is that, you know, sometimes you cannot really appeal to a certain judge's taste buds, but having a variety of judges gives you a more fairer chance of getting that winner, you know, like a true winner.
Yeah.
And with the judges we have, alhamdulillah, they are so diverse, but there won't be like 20 judges or 18 judges per episode. It'll be about 4 or 5 maximum. So this
Okay.
gives you, you know, and we'll have obviously like a scoring sheet on different
Mhm.
what we're looking for in a particular dish, or in like
Yeah.
according to theme, according
I
to challenge. I can't give too much away. Yeah.
chatting to the judges as well, just to let viewers know. I know you are slowly putting up, getting
Yes.
to know your
Yes.
judges as well. But inshallah, I'll also be interviewing the judges. You
Yes.
can, see how they talk, feel a little bit
Amazing. And they
warmer
all
to
are amazing people. You know, they're not out there to bite you. They're going to bite your food. They're not going to bite you. So don't be scared.
them.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Inshallah, you know, it's going to be such a great show. And we really want you guys to enter, don't be afraid. Just let go of whatever you think you're scared of and go for it. Go for your dreams. Go for it. Life is too short.
Nasreen sent a message for you. She says she's very proud of you.
Oh,
So
thank
am
you.
I.
Proud of you. And I'm so happy to work with people like you, Razina, people like Nasreen. We're all on that same page. We all have that same vision to make this show something great. And inshallah, our contestants, we're going to give them such a platform to really kickstart themselves in life as well.
Inshallah. I mean, so Tasneem, let's talk to who should enter, right? We're talking to Oriental Decadence, and she's asking a message to say, please talk about what you're looking for the audition.
So for the auditions, we just want you to show us what you think is your signature dish, or what you like to make, what you're known for, what your family loves.
Halima, just go with your pani puri. Just take your pani puri, Halima, and go and enter.
Good. Okay, I'm not a judge.
Oh, she does this thing. Tasneem,
Yeah.
I went to the Inyata and I tasted what she has called the halal shot. So she makes a pani puri with a big cranberry inside, and obviously her amli sauce and everything, and then you take a bite into it, and it really does feel like an explosion of taste. Halima, go and enter. I want to see you there, inshallah. So yes, going back to what you're looking for in the audition itself. What's needed.
Yeah, be yourself, be creative. We're not looking for chefs. We're looking for home cooks. That's the difference. Don't think that we are looking, just because our judges look scary, they all have these qualifications, but they all have to start somewhere. This is a starting point for you. Not that final point where we're going to say,
Tasneem, I think what's important to mention, and something I didn't know either till you mentioned it to me, is the fact that you actually don't have any culinary qualifications.
I don't. In fact, I was invited somewhere and they were like, oh, where did you study? I'm like, I didn't study. MasterChef is not open to chefs. You cannot be a professional chef. And in fact, I almost registered a few times, and in the back of my mind, I used to keep saying, but one day if MasterChef happens, I won't be able to apply. That used to always be in my head, So inshallah, I want to pursue later, but not right now. Now the show is our main focus. You don't need that. You as a home cook, you don't realize how much experience we have, especially as Muslim Indian women living in South Africa. We have such experience. Our kids, it's like working in a crazy restaurant. Mom make this, mom making this, I haven't mentioned it in MasterChef. I'm like, it's worse than a kitchen, because our kids are demanding our food all the time. Our husbands, our fathers, we brought up in such a food environment where everything is based around food. So you be yourself, make what your family loves, make what you love, make what you're passionate about. Just show us that love on the plate. That's all we're asking. And obviously it must taste great. I mean,
yes. Yeah. So the audition itself, do you have to bring it cooked? Do they have to assemble? What's it going to be like for the audition?
Okay, so basically prepare everything at home. There will be facilities for warming up. But, as the other contestants have mentioned on MasterChef, that, the judges eat cold food. But we will have provisions. We will make provisions for warming up. So, so it must be ready prepared and bring it to the audition stage.
BT786 is asking, will it be live streamed?
So it won't be, it will be shot, and then the final will be a live event where people can attend it. We'll have a live audience. But we're, inshallah, planning to get it onto TV as well. We're in discussions at the moment. Not promising anything as yet, but it's looking really positive, inshallah. So it will be edited and produced in the highest quality possible. So for that, obviously, it won't be streamed live, but it will be streamed free of charge on YouTube. It will be on our the TV station.
Inshallah, I'll be there to do some live behind the scenes every now and then.
Definitely.
Inshallah. to keep you guys posted with some of the lives that are happening.
That will give us the behind the scenes everything. So so you guys don't want to miss this opportunity. It's going to be the start of something big, and you want to be a part of it, inshallah. Don't think it's don't stop. We're putting our hearts and souls into it, so please, don't be afraid. Join, do the audition.
Yes, let's tease them a little with what
that's the worst that can happen.
You can burn the food online.
Or burn the food online, exactly.
Just let's tell them a little bit of what they have an opportunity to win if they take this chance You know, it's always, what if I don't win? But what if you do? What if you do? What will the winner of Chalo Let's Cook have in store?
So for now, we've got a 15,000 rand cash prize. Inshallah, we don't know still. It's that's what we've got for now, but it could be something different. And then the total of prizes sponsored from our big sponsors, and we've got appliances and all those things. So I don't know what is yet. It hasn't been confirmed, but it's to the value of 65,000. That's what I do know. So for now, why I'm saying I don't know, I'm not giving an amount because I think it's going to be much bigger by the time we finish with the whole show.
Yes,
So
inshallah.
don't.
If there's anybody watching, and if there's any people that are out there listening, watching, viewing, who would be interested in sponsoring, how do they get a hold of you?
So on Fairview's website, or they can contact me directly. They can DM me on Chalukawa on the Chalo Let's Cook page, or they can call me 072-153-5953. My number's everywhere. Okay. And yeah, they can contact us, and we'll definitely send them the packages, everything. It's really something that a company should look at, getting their name out there, getting their brand out there, not just for contestants. We need the contestants obviously to cook with the products, but we can get your product, use this platform to get your product out there. Really, it's such a good opportunity.
So obviously, yes, if you are thinking of becoming sponsors, what's nice about this platform is the fact that there's multiple platforms. We are pushing it on Instagram via all our judges pages. We have really strong judges with good Instagram holdings. You yourself have, alhamdulillah, mashallah, a good Instagram poll. It's also being streamed on YouTube. It's going to, inshallah, Allah open doors, be streamed on a TV show as well, Allah open. So you're going to be hitting multiple different ones. But Tasnim, I've seen on your own personal capacity, you have also been reaching out to radio stations as well.
Yes.
So this is hitting different platforms. So if you guys are interested, bear that in mind, that you're not just getting Instagram, or you're not just getting Facebook or etc. You're hitting a multiple avenue for media, and there is something fantastic as a sponsor. Let's talk more about a contest. What is a step-by-step guide on how to enter? Let's talk about that.
Okay, so the first thing you want to do is take a deep breath and don't be scared, okay? Then you go on to Fairview's website, fairview.com. What is it? We'll post the links, right? Okay. And then there's a register page on there, so you just need to fill in a few questions, just some information on yourself. And then there's a 200 application fee, which we use for admin and also to sort out and make sure everything is in order. And then then we'll let you know whether you've successfully been selected for auditions, because we're looking at 50-50, so 100 in total. And we'll give you the date and time for which to bring your dish, and we take it from there. And that auditions will be the first episode. So don't think that you're just gonna go there and nothing's gonna happen. You're going to be filmed, and you're going to be on those social media platforms that Razina mentioned so thoroughly.
Yes, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So, ladies, please, this is a fantastic opportunity. I'm saying ladies, but is this open to male and female?
It's open to everyone.
So, ladies and gentlemen.
Or everybody.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I'm hearing so many stories of guys in the kitchen at the moment.
Yes,
so I do think
they say men are better chefs than women. So let's see. Prove it to us. If you're listening and you love the kitchen. You don't have to be a chef. You have to be a cook, a home cook. That's all we're asking for.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your opportunity. There's a 15,000 rand cash prize. There's a 65,000 rand value worth of appliances. Imagine you get a KitchenAid in there. That would be worth entering, right? That would be worth entering. So do take a look at Fairview's website. Make sure you enter. Tasnim, Jazakallah khair for joining me on my live and featuring on Behind the Business. It was absolutely wonderful chatting to you, and I make dua for this new venture. I hope, inshallah, this can be an annual thing, and we see Chalo Let's Cook, reaching new heights, reaching abilities to open up avenues for all those who
That's
you
it.
intend
Inshallah. That's
to,
the intention,
inshallah.
and with the right intentions, Allah will open the doors, inshallah.
I mean. So I'm making lots of. I'm very, very excited for Chalo Let's Cook. I am familiar with the Fairview venue. I've had a peep at their kitchen as well. I do believe that they're very well equipped to cater for such an event.
Definitely.
We will,
God
inshallah,
bless
be doing some behind the scenes from the Fairview location as well for our viewers. We'll share it onto Chalo Let's Cook as well. But Tasneem, thank you so much for just outlining what you're looking for, chatting to ladies, and inshallah, we hope to see lots more coming from Chalo Let's Cook.
Inshallah. Ameen. Ameen. Jazakallah, Razina. Assalamu alaikum.
Barakallah. So now, Chalo, let's go.
Chalo, let's go. Let's go sleep now. No time to sleep.
Okay,
Salam.
ladies. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.